Hi guys, Kylie here. Welcome! Glad you could make it. Guess what? Today is my last video in my Major Jacob reaction series on survival, combat, and the Special Forces mindset and attitude. And FYI, parts 1 through 3 are linked in the description box below. At the end of this video, I will offer my insight and opinion of the entire podcast. I am so excited I could just dance, but I'm not going to. Let's get to it.
Whenever I talk to someone from the army, like the two things that really stick out for me are leadership and brotherhood. You spoke about a sense of love, and that's what actually triggered this whole situation, even within your mind. So, what have you learned about leadership, sir, through that tenure? And I'd also love to ask you that you said that while there's no hierarchy in combat, I'm sure that through the course of multiple combat situations, some people come out as the leaders. So how are they collectively chosen? Who's chosen as that guy who says that, okay, here's what we'll do? And how do you create that listening ability?
Leadership is about responsibility. It's about the man who can take on that responsibility. It's as simple as that. It starts with that.
If you're a leader, then you're responsible for whatever happens. You can always delegate authority to people, but you can never delegate responsibility. Responsibility is a key thing when it comes to leadership.
There is pre-combat, there is combat. There is no post-combat. Post-combat is only analysis of all the shit that you have done. But
after action,
pre-combat is preparation for combat.
I've done plenty of those.
And then there is combat. Both require extreme amount of leadership skills because your life, when I say my life, means my team, my life, right, is dependent on me, and you're wearing some funny ranks and all that, so that is supposed to be placing you in a position of responsibility. But in a way, it is easy to lead a special forces team because all of them are bad motherfuckers. They're fucking good. So, and they all love, That's the only way you can survive.
They're all badasses.
You love each other only. Agree. That's the way. Otherwise, you will fail. And if you fail, you will pay the price in blood. So it's like that. So leadership is a responsibility. It's simple as that. Those people who can take on that kind of responsibility are natural leaders. They are in the vibration of leadership, if you want to call it, right? But you're also constantly following things also at that point of time. But you're calling the shots, right? Ultimately, you are listening, following, thinking, analyzing, all of that freaking going on. And then you're calling the shot that this is what we're going to do, right? So, and you have to trust. So leadership is about responsibility, being able to take on responsibility and being able to fucking trust yourself to take on that responsibility, right? It's not that, you lose some money or, you'll break some friendship or some shit like that. You'll fucking die. If you die, it's all well and good. Your Maya is over. But then the rest of the guys, if somebody else dies, you are going to sit here and watch his children weep and his children go through various things, and, you'll miss him and things like that. And you will judge yourself. Why? So all those things, So during combat is like a purification. It's like titration, Only those who can lead, who have got all it takes to lead at that point of time, when chaos has hit you, smashed you.
What is that?
Right? Smashed from? Everything that you had
planned. Does anyone know?
And just smashes into you. Chaos begins. At that point of time, you have to be bigger than that chaos. And the only thing that is bigger than that fucking chaos is the fucking trust you have in yourself and all that life has put you through, and then finally being able to throw it all in that moment. Be more chaotic than fucking chaos. That's what's going to get you through. So at that point of time, especially like in combat and all, like we don't wear ranks and all those things. So we don't wear ranks. We don't wear. If you'd seen me in combat, you'd be confused. Who the fuck am I?
United States Special Operations do the same thing. They don't really wear ranks.
Give you an example. So when I was very young, when I was very young in combat, at that point of time, we were penetrating into a place heavily infested, and we were penetrating deep inside to hit some particular target. And we were on the side of a mountain, and we were going on the mountain track like that at night. Must have been around 8:30, 9:30 at night. And it was a naked mountain. Basically, there was no undergrowth, no trees, no cover, no rock, nothing. It was just grass like that and like that. and we were going like this. The whole team there, whole team, in which I was like a new guy. And, special forces guys can be pretty ruthless if you interact with them. They will ridicule you, they will make fun or whatever, it's like that, depending on the kind of personality you're coming across, right? And the soldiers and all, they will not give you your respect because you're just wearing a lieutenant or a captain or whatever it is there. They will give you respect when they respect you. It's like that. When they in their heart feel respect for you, that is when they will respect you. Otherwise, they will not respect you. And in combat, respect is the most important tool to be able to execute that combat situation, that chaotic motherfucking situation, with precise efficiency. Because respect will keep everything together. And love in a slightly higher format. But love takes time, right? So when we were going down up that side of that mountain like that, there was a huge like Nala below us.
Nala.
And then there was the other mountain on the right
Nala?
side. And suddenly a whole machine gun fire started on us. Accurate machine gun fire. You have to hear it, to experience it, to understand how chaos comes out of the darkness. Just boom. Accurate fucking this big motherfucking bullets coming at you, man. Bouncing off all over the motherfucking place at night. So the whole team, I was in the lead group, and whole team went down. Whole team went down into the ground. And there was no space to hide. But we were you just find that fucking space, man. The fucking quarter centimeter, you'll get into it, right?
Scary.
And I was just, it had just started, and I was just looking. I was also down. All of us were down. I just looked ahead, and there's 2-3 guys ahead of me, and I looked behind. Whatever, till where I could see. I could see whole column down. And it's just started 2 seconds into combat, right? 2 seconds into being ambushed. We were ambushed. So 2 seconds into that, and I just thought at that point of time that the man who stands now and returns fire, he's the leader. The man who stands now in that fucking hail of fucking machine gun fire, who stands now and fucking gives it back, because that's the only way you can stop that. Otherwise, they'll keep they have no endless ammunition. And soon, rocket launchers will come, and soon a lot of other shit is going to follow. Right? So the man who stands now is the fucking leader of this group. So I stood up and I started fucking firing back. And as I was firing back, and I started seeing people started standing and fucking firing back, giving fucking shit back. And that's how we controlled that situation.
I will talk more about this at the end. But this, I think, says it all.
That's leadership.
So you gotta earn the respect.
There's no earning and all, yaar. It is just who you are, yaar. It's simple as that. You don't have to earn respect. You don't have to do anything but be yourself, yaar. That's all. When chaos hits around you, if you can center in, the more chaos, the more centered, the more efficient, the more chances of getting out alive with everyone. All the people you love, you can get all of them out. It's like that.
So you also told me this other really intense thing for me, which is that in all your missions, you've not seen casualties to the extent where, I don't think you've taken a bullet yourself also. You've not had a bullet injury.
Nothing.
Has there been a hand of God over your head? Or is it training? Is it good leadership? Is it being aware?
It's a choice. Ultimately, it's a choice. And it's a choice you make, and the circumstances will be as such. But you will be tested,
Sometimes
brother.
it's luck,
You'll be
though,
tested.
also.
What do you mean, sir?
So like I said, there is no, easy combat situation that I had the good fortune to experience, where I would just be, things would just happen, and I'd just press the fucking trigger and it's all over, and we just collect what we have come to collect and move off. It's never been like that. All chaos has hit. Every fucking time chaos has hit, right? Till the point of penetration, till the point of fucking contact, smooth, hot knife through butter, right? But at that point, explosion, contact, chaos, right? Through that chaos, never lost a guy. Never got hit. No one got hit. ever in 9.5 years, right? And the first time, like when like this situation where this guy blew up his leg, that's the point. Is the only mistake, or you want to call it whatever you want to call it. It's perception, but yeah, that's it. That was it. Never taken a bullet. Had enough of fucking bullets fired at me. I've had fucking weapons shoved in my face. I've been surrounded by enemy. I've opened my hands like this and looked at him in the fucking eye and told him, it's okay, I've killed 4 like you. Okay, kill me, man. Fuck off. Right? And then look beyond what is death to see what is there now. To see it, there is nothing. To see it and experience it, like my whole life flashed in front of it. 3 times it has happened. The whole life. It's like a photo album, you have in your hand, and you go like that all your life, entire life, in photographs, each photograph having channels of videos. Whole life, flash like that. It's a flash. It's beyond time. There is no time. It doesn't happen in a microsecond or a 1 second or a 10 seconds or whatever. Just happens. Stuck. So yes, there have been lot of out of control chaos which has come like that, come suddenly, come without warning, and got out of it, yeah, and safe. So except the last one.
There is a part 2 to this conversation. That part 2 of this conversation is going to be about what Major Vivek Jacob is up to at this stage of his life. Some very, very special work that this man and his team are doing in the world.
If there's interest, I will eventually react to that. It seems like it would be a good podcast to actually watch and to listen to. And yes, I thank Major Jacob for his service. He is doing some amazing things, even now that he's out and retired from the Army. The thing about Special Forces operators is that they are quiet professionals. They are humble and they understand that they are part of a team. Did you guys notice how often Major Jacob referred to his team and how important teamwork was? He mentioned it at least a few times. That was a very inspirational and enlightening podcast. He seems like a very humble and down-to-earth man, but the big thing to take away from this is that he is a man of action and he does not take or make up excuses. And yes, he's definitely a badass. I loved what he had to say about leadership. Leadership is taking responsibility, making decisions, and having confidence in your choices. My favorite part of the whole podcast was the story about he and his team being pinned down under enemy fire on the mountain. He realized that a leader would choose to stand up and fire back. So he did. And what happened? The rest of the team stood up and fired back, and they were able to control the chaos. That says it all. He is a born leader. So great recommendation. Thank you all. Until next time, why don't you smash that like button? Maybe check out one of these other videos. Thanks for watching.